Hello everyone, it's Unit 13 here on the homestead, and we're going to take a look at the Dyna Med Mega-Medic Bag. I've been using this model of bag from Dyna Med since the 80s. I've had several of them since then because of zipper issues, but I've been using this bag for 30 some years, this model bag for 30 plus years. So I think I can speak with some experience on this bag. I'm just trying to give you in terms like, a scale, what you can put in there. I don't want to put a bunch of stuff and then, fill up this video with all the cool gear that I have to put in there. I want you to see what the possibilities are with this video. Okay, let's get started. On the front pouch, pocket, whatever you want to call it, there are 3 interior pockets located within that area. They have elastic elastic edges to hold stuff in place there. And then if you look here, you'll see these black webbing that's running down there. That's just a continuation of the hand carry strap and has no function within that pocket whatsoever. But at the bottom here, or at this other section, you'll see that it is a Velcro closure strap type thing. I've never used that, so I'm not sure what they had intended for that when they first put it in, but it's there. And then the pocket size is a 4x4 little pocket, and you can put quite a bit of stuff in there. Stuff fits pretty good. And then there's the overall dimensions are about 13 by 7 by maybe an inch. And then you can see you could put pocket notepads, little Harbor Freight lights, blood glucose monitors, things like that in there. You like the high speed. I'm really moving fast there, huh? It looks like I drank some coffee. Yeah, you can fit a lot of different things in that front pouch. But it's very thin, so you're not going to put a whole lot in there. Don't anticipate putting a lot in there. And the biggest problem I have with that is trying to close that pouch. Because of the angles, it just wants to pull the zipper in the wrong way, and it doesn't work very good. So my solution to that is to cut some web, sew it on, and I have pull tabs. And you can see it works very successfully. Problem solved. All right, let's get to the sides. The sides, they're about 13.5 by 9 inches by 3.5. There's 2 side pouch pockets. And then they have this elastic on the inside. And then what I'm pointing at right there is there's another little section of webbing that you see on the inside there. That doesn't have any function other than to hold that loop in place for the shoulder strap. And then down below that, you see that black line going across. That's actually elastic. And as you can tell, it's the same on both sides. And you can put small instruments in there, like you can see me doing, an oral airway, thermometer, small scissors, but I've never used those. I've never used them in all the years because there's nothing that fits in there works well for me, and it's just too difficult to get in and out of. At least that's the way I use my bag. And then you can see some of the other stuff that fits in there. I have several salmon splints that I have for my little section there of splinting. And they're pretty thick, and they all fit down into that one section with some room to spare at the end and on the side. So there's some room in these side pouches for all kinds of things, like a stethoscope you can put in there, and then also my fancy high-speed hyperventilation equipment there. You can see I recycled from Whole Foods. And then you could put 1,000 mils of whatever solution you want to in there, and it fits. You can see how well it fits. Fits really well. All right, let's get into the main compartment. Those two top pockets in that main pouch are not useful for very much of anything. There's only about 9 by 3 3/4 of an inch space, and there's no bellows to the pocket, so you're going to put hardly anything in there except for like maybe pens, pencils, your extra stethoscope gear, some eye patches, and then that pouch right there that is in that top thing. All I've ever done is lose everything that goes in there. It needs something to keep it closed. Otherwise, it seems completely useless. I never use it ever since I lost things out of it. It's just I'm not going to waste my equipment like that. Alright, let's get down into the main compartment here, which is the bottom side of it, which is about 13.5 by 13.5 by 10 inches. You can take that little section out. It's pretty easy to remove. You just pop it right out of there, and it leaves a big old cavernous hole there, so you could probably put a helmet or something inside there. And then the other thing that you'll notice about the bag is it's finished well. It has this vinyl binding tape. I'd choose a different tape, but at least they're bound and you don't end up with a bunch of frayed edges. And then it comes with these dividers that have Velcro tabs on them that are sewn in when you first get the bag, but I cut them out after I settle on what my configuration for that particular bag's going to be. And so, you know, my advice is if you're going to do that, use the bag for a while before you cut any of those things out, because you'll change it probably twice before you settle on a design. So don't be in a hurry to get the scissors out. Okay. But you can see that system works pretty good. I like it. I don't know what else to add to that. And then you can see just a few items. I'm going to do some high-speed stuff here again. With some of the items that you can fit in, there's some Curlex. There's the otoscope case that you can see standing upright in there. It would lay down flat. There's my hot and cold compress little kit that I have to set in there. So those are 4 compresses, by the way. And then there's about 12 rolls per side of that little kit in terms of the Curlex that's in there. And then you can take burn dressings or burn sheets and trauma dressings and pop it right back in the back there behind that little insert. Or you can even lay them on top there. Now let's just get to the exterior of the bag. It's got double zippers everywhere. I think I pointed that out before. And then what you can do with this top is you can use a normal security seal on it. Take both zippers and pull them to either of those tabs, those pull tabs on the end, and zip it around to either end there and use a security seal or a padlock of some type to seal that up so that you can make it tamper resistant. And then it's got a couple hand straps, and you can see this little flap device here that holds the 2 hand handles together. And that makes it really convenient and nice to carry that bag with. And then you got this shoulder strap here. It's got a curve in it, and that curve goes away from you, by the way. And then it fits your shoulder really nicely. When you want to carry that bag like a shoulder strap. And then you'll notice that the hand straps go all the way around the bag. They wrap the complete width of the bag, or the body of the bag. I don't really know how to put that. And that's really important because all the contents of the bag are now supported by the strap itself, not just by the thread holding the web to the side of the bag. So that's a really great feature. But my biggest complaint about that is the web on the bottom of the bag is exposed to the everything. So I think that they could improve on that. But I understand sewing as well, and so that's not as easy as it sounds. And then you'll see there's 3 different places where there's reflective material on here. And that's going to be it for the main part of the bag. And then the issues that I have with the bag are it's made in China, of course. That's the first big problem I have with the bag. Then that front pouch pocket, the way it closes, the only way to improve that is to put a pull tab on it. And then you would think the one thing that would matter the most on that, where they would have their logo, but the thread's messed up. That's not really a big deal at all, but you just think that they wouldn't have missed that. And then the other thing that I've noticed is that on that bottom insert, it's actually about 2 to 3 inch, or I guess only about 2 inches short of the top. So as you can see here in the photo on the right, that all the contents that sit above that are just loose in there. So that's not really doing a complete function. They may have intended that so that you can put like trauma things and loose things on top of that, but I just want you to see that when you're getting it, it's only going to go to a certain depth, and then the top of that is not going to have any support whatsoever. This is all I have for now. This is all I can think of. I'm going to close the video out with the high-speed version of me filling the bag up with what I put in there, my contents, for the scope of practice that I have this bag set up for. This is Unit 13. I'm out of here.